Do you want to check your staff's activity and make sure they are using Agency MVP correctly? Do you want to know what to look for to ensure that they are? Well, you've come to the right place because I'm about to show you. Hey MVP members, it's Cassie, and I'm going to walk you through how to manage your staff in MVP. That way, you can make sure they include all the important information. Let's dive in. The first place you want to look is your dashboard. You can access this by clicking Agency MVP in the top left corner, or click the Home button in the header bar. You'll want to check this every day for the first month. We also recommend you check this page once a week after that, so you can continue to keep your staff accountable for filling out the crucial information. The first thing you will see on this page is the call activity box. This is your call activity for the day. Each staff member will only see their call activity when they come to this page. Instead of logging into your staff's accounts to see this though, it is emailed to you at the end of the day in the performance report. You learned about this in our organization settings video, but to recap, this report shows you each of your staff members and their call activity for the day. It's important to check this and make sure that they are logging calls in MVP. Now, below the call activity box, you'll see the numbers for the entire agency. It shows premiums quoted, premiums sold, and total quote count. This is based on the time range in this box, which defaults to a rolling 7-day period. If you click into the box, you can choose a preset option or custom view a time range. There are a couple of things you want to look for on this page. First, you want to verify the total quote count here matches what you expect to see for the time range that you're looking at. You want to make sure your staff are adding all of the quote information into MVP. Then you want to make sure that you see your staff members' names listed below. If their names don't appear here, it just means they didn't enter any quote data for the time range that you're looking at. You'll want to click the plus sign next to each staff member's name so you can make sure they are adding all of the data that MVP needs. First, you want your staff to quote more than one line of business. Quoting more lines of business means more premium for the agency. Next, you want to look for annual savings. Unfortunately, people don't share this information every time, so you might not see annual savings for every household. But you do want to see this information as much as possible. This information is also important data for the GEO report, which you'll be able to check out in the video specifically on that report. I recommend setting a goal for how many savings you want to see so your staff has something concrete to aim for. Next, you want to look for a marketing source. Every household, every single time, should have a marketing source. Tags identify what brought that household into your agency, and this is going to allow you to track your ROI. And you'll learn more about this in our marketing report video. Next, you'll see number of attempts. This is the number of calls logged for each household. After that, you'll see left notes. This will say yes or no, whether there are notes there or not. If you've ever lost a staff member, or even if that staff member just went on vacation or called in sick, it's hard to pick up where they left off. But if there are notes there, it makes that process so much easier. After that, you're going to see quotes sent and quotes viewed. This will timestamp the first time the quote was sent and the last time the quote was viewed. If you see a bunch of times the quote was sent and not viewed, it probably means your staff wasn't on the phone with that household when they sent the quote comparison. We want to make sure our staff are not only sending the quote comparison, but they are also getting the household on the phone to go over it with them. Now after that, you'll see claims. Not every household will have a claim, but this column should not be blank. Claims impact the algorithm. They're not the only thing, of course, but it does, and so it is important to include. The last column you'll see here is pipelined until. When you don't want to actively work on a household, then you want to pipeline them to another time that you do want to work them. Again, this column doesn't need to have every box filled, but you should see some households pipelined out. You can look at the quote activity for just the leads, prospects, or cross-sells. This allows you to see how many quotes were completed in each part of the sales funnel. Next, you can look at the sales activity, so you can see who sold what lines of business were sold, and how much premium. You can also expand this by clicking the plus sign next to each staff member's name to see the tags and the number of calls it took to close the sale. So that's how we recommend managing your staff here in MVP with the dashboard. Since you're the admin on the account, you can also log into your staff's accounts at any time. You will do this by clicking your name in the top right corner, then click Team Members. Here you will see a list of each of your staff members' names, and on the right hand side you'll see a blue ID icon. If you click on that, that will log you into their account. When you are ready to go back to your account, you will need to log out of theirs and log back into yours. To do this, click their name in the top right corner and then click Log Out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. You'll want to check this after. Wow. So you can make sure that they are adding all of the
Other than necessary,
but necessary.
necessary.
But this column should not be blank. Columns impact.